Yo, how's it going everyone? GBG here. So today I'm going to be doing a hunter base with Peter, but before we get to it, I'd like to share a few things with you. So as you know, there was a patch for the game and this fixed the supercharge jump that we could not execute if it was added to the shortcut. So for those of you that have missed this, head over to shortcuts and try setting your charge jump as shortcut number 1. This you can find it in the settings, so if you press pause and just go over to settings, you should be able to set it up and set up charge jump as shortcut number 1. And for shortcut number 2 is up to you, it's personal preference, but I like to have my swing kick on it. Alright, now if you ask me, how does it feel to play as Peter Parker compared to Miles? Let me give you the pros for Peter. He deals more damage and his melee combat definitely feels more fluid than Miles, but Miles can feel fluid when he uses his skills and superpowers, whereas Peter, if you use his superpowers, then he starts to feel a little bit more clunky than Miles. Now, cons, when you do swing kick with Peter, his swing kick doesn't allow you to immediately jump off the floor at times, so it feels very weird to do sometimes, you know? Whereas Miles allows you to jump off the floor immediately no matter how far off the ground you are. For example, there's a tech called Storm Rush and Stormbreaker. So these techs are like super high level skills that you have to learn within the game that I've made a tutorial for in the previous game, Miles Morales, but for this game I actually haven't made a tutorial for it just yet. But if you want to learn how to do it, be sure to check out my streams that I've been doing for Spider-Man. I essentially do like a lab session where I go over certain skills that I'm trying to learn in the game, and I cover Storm Rush, I cover Stormbreaker, and unfortunately Stormbreaker doesn't work consistently in this game because it's just harder to perform, but the Storm Rush itself actually works just fine, you know, it's actually quite easy to perform. Now, Peter does have a better melee combat than Miles for sure. His melee combat feels more fluid, but Miles overall is just a better character, in my opinion. But both are super fun to play with. Do not get me wrong, I do prefer Miles only because of his lightning attacks. If it wasn't for anything else, I'd probably be maining Peter. But in 2018, if Peter from Marvel's 2018 was here, like for example, you have this web strike where you can just, it allows you, you know, in the previous game, it would allow you to shoot your webs as you're striking an enemy. He was faster, your uppercuts were faster. Just his melee combat in general in 2018, well, Marvel's Spider-Man was just faster. If that Peter was in this game, that Peter would have been by far the best character, you know? But unfortunately, he isn't. And also, if the Miles from Miles Morales was in this game, then I guess you would probably have the most fun with just either one, really. It would be up to personal preference, but in this game I do think Miles has the edge when it comes to like combat in general, just because of how fluid he can be if you know essentially what you're doing. Now, in terms of doing the hunter base, oh my lord, the hunter base is just a challenge, you know. You try and go in there and do a no damage, but it is so tedious with these dogs lurking around and all these ranged enemies that just shoot you from out of nowhere, and then the anti-air grenades, they can get pretty tedious to do, you know. But I cannot wait for replayable bases because that is the one thing that everyone is waiting for, and Insomniac knows for it. But remember, it doesn't matter how you play this game, so long as you have fun with either one of the characters, you're winning, okay? Don't take my word for granted. I just prefer Miles simply because of his lightning attacks. Otherwise, I would have probably made Peter. But anyway, guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Here comes the hunter base. And I will be seeing you shortly. Actually, tomorrow we are going to be streaming God of War, so if you guys are interested, do drop by to watch me. Alright, man. See you soon.
Got some unfinished business here. Got some unfinished business here.
The situation is tenuous. The family is divided.
I feel this will occur. We spread the resources to
There cannot be an empire.
Don't you all have something better to do? Here comes the peanut gallery!
Bring him down!
Grenade out!
I'm not done with you!
Tier 3!
locked on!
think you can dig up some more info on the incoming Kravenovs now?
Yeah.